I whined to God the other night, complaining of a boring life. I was depressed, for I could see I hadn't accomplished or achieved for all the years I've lived on earth. My name the world has never heard. I do not want it for fame's sake, just a difference I want to make. A boring job in a boring place, and to my boss I'm another face. My lot in life, it isn't fair, and if I left, no one would care. And at my church, I warm a pew, I give my money, that's all I do. And when the service is complete, I drive back home to Boring Street. So can I complain? You bet I can. So now, before my God I stand, I shout at him, I shake my fist, give me the life that I have missed. I didn't think he'd answer me. Was it for real? Or just a dream? I thought I heard a still small voice. It said, don't think it was my choice. I had grand plans to offer you, but you just sat and warmed a pew. You cared for self, you always whined, you chose your life and rejected mine. God had finished at that point, but now I was beyond annoyed. How could he argue thus with me? I had no choice, as you'll agree. Now listen, God, and hear my claim. My circumstances on you I blame. I didn't choose my place of birth. My parents drunk on drugs and worse. They said I was a big mistake. My life, it's filled with fear and hate. I didn't know if I'd survive. I can't believe I'm still alive. And from the start, I struggled hard. And through that time, you played no part. Did you help me out at all? Did you answer when I called? I never had a single break. No wealth bestowed, no lucky escape. My life was work with sweat and tears, this boring life of years and years. So answer me, what have you done? What are those plans I should have run? I don't believe you now at all. Your plans for me were only small. I finished saying what I said, not caring should God strike me dead, for I was right from where I stood. I lived the only life I could. God was silent, no voice heard. I stopped and laughed. It was absurd. This whole talk with my narration was in my imagination. So sleepily now I went to bed. I closed my eyes. I dropped my head, and then my dreams were not my own, for God stooped down from off his throne and showed me what I would have been should he have let me have my dream. It started nice now, to be fair, but then became a great nightmare. I screamed, I shook, perspiring. I tried to wake up from this dream. Instead, the fear went on and on. I saw what I would have become. Then God awoke me for my sake. My nightmare stopped. I was awake. My child, he said, if I had gave, you saw, you would have become depraved. For every blessing I'd give you there, you'd use on self. You would not share. Until it grew from bad to worse, your life on earth would be a curse. I will not give my power to you. I cannot trust what you would do. The proof of this, and true it rings, your faithlessness in little things. And now I repeat in my own voice, your current life was not my choice. I had grand plans to offer you, but you just sat and warmed a pew. You cared for self and always whined and chose your life and rejected mine. If you had chosen me instead, I'd heal the wounds of which you said. Your past would not dictate your life. I'd make you free from all that strife. So when blessings came to you, you wouldn't have to tend your wounds. Instead, as freely as you received, you would give. You would achieve the life for which I planned from birth. Your name would circle round the earth. Instead of boring everyone, God would be praised for what you've done. It's not too late to live my plan. Surrender self. Accept my hand. I will heal. I am all you need. From your demons you'll be healed. Instead of curse, a blessing be. Reject yourself and accept me. God then was still, and now I cried. Big tears of shame ran down my eyes. I bowed my head on knees, I caved, and from that moment I was saved. My life has never been the same. Boring gone and all the shame. God's plan for me has now come true. And if you ask, it could be you. God bless.